Do you feel that? That silent, gnawing itch in your chest telling you that somewhere, right now, the real version of your life is happening without you? You are holding the world in your hand, yet you've never felt more left behind. You wake up, and before your eyes even adjust to the morning light, you reach for it. Within seconds, you are judging your behind the scenes against everyone else's highlight reel. This is the birthplace of FOMO, a modern prison where the bars are made of pixels and the guards are your own insecurities. You aren't just checking updates, you are verifying your own relevance in a world that seems to move faster than your heart can beat. This constant connectivity has turned your life into a digital panopticon. In this space, you are both the prisoner and the guard, constantly monitoring your social standing. You feel a frantic need to be everywhere because in the logic of the internet, if you aren't seen, you don't exist. This leads to a fragmented soul, where your attention is divided into 1,000 pieces, none of them belonging to you. Philosopher Byung-Chul calls this the burnout society. You are no longer an individual, you are a project that needs constant optimization. You feel the pressure to attend every event, buy every trending stock, and understand every meme. But this all-inclusive life is a lie. By trying to hold on to everything, your hands are too full to actually feel anything. The fear of missing out is actually a fear of insignificance. You worry that if you stop running, the world will forget you. But ask yourself, who are you trying to be remembered by? A sea of strangers who are just as distracted as you are. Your anxiety is the price you pay for living in everyone's life except your own. You have become a ghost in your own story, haunting the lives of others through a glass screen. You are physically present in your room, but your mind is wandering through a vacation in Bali or a crypto trading floor in London. You are suffering from a poverty of presence. The most common form of despair is not being who you are. Søren Kierkegaard. To understand why FOMO hurts so much, you must understand the paradox of choice. You believe that having more options makes you free. You think that by keeping your doors open to every party, every investment, every career path, you are maximizing your life. But a life with all doors open is a life lived in a hallway. You never actually enter a room. The philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre argued that choice is anxiety. When you choose one thing, you must kill 1,000 other possibilities. This is what you are afraid of, the death of the options you didn't take. FOMO is the refusal to let those other possibilities die. It is a desperate attempt to live 1,000 lives, which ultimately results in living none. Consider the Stoic perspective. Epictetus would tell you that your misery stems from wanting things outside your control. You cannot control the fun others are having, nor can you control the rapid fluctuations of a market. By tying your happiness to the missing experience, you have handed the keys to your soul to a phantom. You are chasing a shadow while the sun is setting on your actual life. The constant noise of the world drowns out your internal compass. When you are driven by FOMO, you aren't choosing, you are reacting. You buy the coin because the chart is green. You go to the party because the invitation was sent. You have replaced your will with an algorithm. You are a leaf in a hurricane, convinced that you are flying. True depth requires exclusion. To love one person deeply, you must not love everyone else that way. To master one craft, you must ignore 100 others. The missing out isn't a tragedy. It is the prerequisite for a meaningful life. Without the no, your yes means absolutely nothing. If you seek tranquility, do less. Or, more accurately, do what is essential. Marcus Aurelius. Now imagine a different path. Imagine the joy of missing out, JOMO. This isn't just about turning off your phone, it's about reclaiming your sovereignty. JOMO is the quiet realization that you don't need to be part of the noise to be complete. It is the transition from being a consumer of experiences to being a creator of your own reality. When you embrace JOMO, the anxiety of what if begins to dissolve. You start to realize that 99% of what you thought was urgent is actually trivial. There is a profound power in saying, I am not participating in this. It is not a sign of being out of touch. It is a sign of being in touch with yourself. You are no longer a victim of the now. This is the philosophy of essentialism. It's the understanding that your time and energy are the most precious currencies you own, far more valuable than Bitcoin or social capital. When you stop worrying about the party you weren't invited to, you finally have the silence necessary to hear your own thoughts. You move from a state of reaction to a state of intention. In the space created by JOMO, boredom becomes a gift. We have become a society that is terrified of being alone with its thoughts. But it is in that very void that creativity and self-reflection are born. When you stop seeking external validation through the lives of others, you begin to find an internal validation that no algorithm can take away. JOMO is a radical act of rebellion against a system that profits from your distraction. By choosing to stay in, by choosing to focus, by choosing to miss out, you are taking back your life. You are deciding that your here and now is enough. You are finally, for the first time in a long time, home. All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Blaise Pascal. So, where do you go from here? The goal isn't to live in a cave and throw away your technology. The goal is to change your relationship with it. It's about moving from a fear of missing out to a freedom to miss out. It's about recognizing that you aren't missing anything important when you are busy building a life that feels good on the inside, not just looks good on the outside. Next time you feel that itch, that FOMO-induced panic, breathe. Ask yourself, am I chasing a shadow or am I building a substance? Practice the art of the intentional no. Turn off the notifications for a day. Let the world spin without you for an hour. You will find that the world doesn't end. Instead, your world finally begins. If this deep dive into the philosophy of the modern mind resonated with you, it's a sign that you're ready to reclaim your attention. We explore these intersections of ancient wisdom and daily struggle every week. If you want to join us on this journey toward a more intentional life, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell. Not because you're afraid to miss out, but because you want to choose what you let into your mind. Give this video a like if it helped you find a moment of peace today, and share it with someone who is currently drowning in the noise. Your support helps us keep these philosophical deep dives alive. Remember, the only thing you are truly in danger of missing out on is your own life. Don't let it happen. Thank you for watching, for listening, and for being present. We'll see you in the next one. He who is everywhere is nowhere. Seneca.